Guys, it's World War IV. I know, I messed up the thumbnail, and I'm not gonna change it. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another video of Alternative Future of the World. I hope you liked those two videos I made. I took a little break from the Alternative Future series, but now we're back. Oh, Roni. Back. Oh, Roni. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, big war started last episode. New World Order. Yes, China, India. Oof, it didn't go well. So yeah, let's see what happens in this world war. So yeah, first off, in the Eastern Front. Oh my God, I hate that. First off, over here we could see the Poles with Misa confused. But yeah, nonetheless, over here in the Eastern Front, we could see mass things. Them capturing Berlin, but the capital of this thing is like Paris, so they're fine though. But that is a very big major city. We see the like weird thing of Turkey and also the Middle Eastern countries like crash into Turkey, taking Ankara, and then goes up and takes thingy, and then that's the first capitulated country. Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, um, it's no remorse for all of these guys. I mean, there's no chance they're coming back from this. So yeah, that's second country, and then this country down here. It won't last for long. It just got this independence a couple videos ago, I think. But yeah, yeah, it's gone. Maybe 2 videos ago. I don't know, but they're crashing in. They take Tunis, and they take Algiers, and they flood into Morocco. But there's like it's like overwhelming for all of these guys because it's like it's over. It's like oh my God, wow. So yeah, Vietnam gets invaded. Partly though. Um, yeah, there goes that. And the tail gets captured or panhandle, whatever you want to call it. And this really important thing, gets captured, which is pretty big. So yeah, there's no remorse. It's just like okay, yeah, we gotta win this war as much as we can. We need to win. Like we really need to win. But yeah, so they just push into the Philippines. They take all the Philippines, and then they push down, capture all this. And yeah, it's really not looking good. They captured the entire island of Borneo, and it's over. Excuse me. But we finally have our first blue team pushback, and it's over here in Africa, and where they recapture Tunis, and basically Algeria is recaptured. I mean, there's no troops down here, so yeah, that's literally a country back. So yeah, then they capture Tunis. Wait, did I say Algiers or Tunis? I don't know, whatever. They capture Tripoli, and yeah, that's all of these guys recaptured back. So that's cool. And they do push out significantly out of there. Um, but they do push into the Balkan areas, and yeah, they're actually pushing into a lot, pushing into the Soviet Union. They had their civil war like a video ago, and they captured all of Poland. Yeah, what? Estonia. Yeah. So, they just actually get a lot of pushback in Europe. They try and like push that back, but it's not as much. And Europe looks pretty held down for the most part. And they start pushing down into Africa, but it's basically nothing. They do capture major cities in Egypt. I mean, yeah, that was big move. Operation Nile. How about that? Yeah, Operation Nile. This northern part surrenders. Whatever this Azralestein thing, whatever that is starting to be invaded. Um, yeah, this thing is like a weird hybrid of a bunch of countries that gets invaded. Lebanon, you guys just got your independence like last video. No, not like no when the uh these guys like invaded. So yeah, blue team looks like they have the advantage. But if we look over here in Asia, we can see that like they have that locked down. They have that locked down. Okay. so locked down that they make a landing on the Japan in the northern parts. So yeah, they start capturing and capturing and capturing. They do recapture some of these islands that they used to have, but yeah, they captured this entire northern Ireland. This entire northern island, island. Jeez, okay. Um, sorry guys. But yeah, they capture all that, but then they're stopped by the Japanese. And speaking of Japanese, they make a landing in Seoul. No, that's not Seoul. Seoul's like up here, right? Okay, yeah. They make a landing in major city, and they weren't expecting this, so they actually capture all of the South Korea. So that's nice, you know. They capture all of that, and now the USA is like realizing, okay, we have most of our troops in Africa and Europe, but we need a lot in Asia to hold out because they have almost all of Indonesia. Indonesia, they're getting really close to the capital, by the way. They push through the jungles of this island, and they start just, yeah, boom, that island's gone. Jakarta is nearly being approached. It's encircled actually right now. And yeah, it's just not looking too good. Timor Leste, I don't know why they're on the blue team. They're not even should be on any team. Timor Leste should just be independent. But yeah, so yeah, island campaign, cool thing. Yeah. So USA starts to send down troops. So yeah. Okay. Well, it's about to get real. So yeah, they make a landing on the Philippines, and then they boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So they're putting in a lot of their military into these advanced things. They put some troops in Japan, and that helps Japan push a little bit of thingy. And they put some things in Korea, and they even made a big thing: Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia. So yeah, all like people are realizing we need Asia. Like we need Asia. Okay, so they start like crashing in. They didn't realize, and yeah, so so that was actually big success. All of Oceania and Southeast Asia is basically under the control. Japan knocks him out, and they capture all of Sakhalin back. They recapture all these islands, and they start an advance up in Siberia, but it's very small. They make a landing over here, and yeah, it's going really well for the blue team. They capture all of Myanmar. They capture like a lot of these guys. They're just trying to go like wait, no, there's mountain right there. They capture most of this, but then yeah, it's actually big set six. Wow, I almost said a word there. So yeah, but while that was happening, this happened, and that's not good because Egypt was a big, like capturing Egypt was a big turning point. Now they don't have Egypt anymore. They just have a tiny bit of Egypt though. But while that happened, you know, they pushed in and to thingy and yeah, well, 2 miles, one, okay, yeah, so they just like, and while that was happening, they just did all of that. So yeah, with that happening, oh my god, I hate when it does, you know, okay, you know, yeah, that was my battle cry right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and yeah, boom. Okay, so these are the front lines of Europe currently, and it's not looking too good. You know, for both sides, kind of. But yeah, it looks like the blue team, like I said again, well, like I am going to say again, has the advantage. But if you think about it, like I just said, you know, Asia is just locked down. Okay, Asia's just locked down. Okay, so yeah. But big thing happens where they make naval landing and they start just like invading. They make clumps and clumps of clumps and invasions, and they start just like invading all of this. Like all of this is now blue. So yeah, that went really successfully. Yeah, they recapture Sri Lanka. I don't think I went over Sri Lanka, but it's just Sri Lanka. Then they just they do stuff. And they do a lot of stuff actually. They do so much stuff in fact that New Delhi could be endangered. But yeah, they make a Stingy, the blue team navy is like up there so they can't escape. And yeah, that's probably over 500,000 people dead. 500 million people dead. 500,000,000, yeah. So they capture a lot of territory, and now India's troops are like retracted from everywhere. So that leads kind of some push in here. I mean, there was probably Indian troops on this front here. So they lose all of it. So they lose all of this. Yeah. Bhutan is folded. Wow, I just have trouble speaking today. But yeah, Bangladesh is goodbye too. Nepal just like actually just says I surrender because I'm cool. So yeah, that happens. But then, um, with the help of some other troops, India pushes back just a tiny bit, but that's too much, not enough because India is getting pushed into, and that's not good. They have New Delhi. India is captured. Um, that's crazy. They have the entire Indian subcontinent under their control. Yeah. That's crazy to think about. Okay. So yeah, Tibet surrenders, and it's like wow. We all thought Asia was locked down, but it seems like China surrenders, Mongolia surrenders, and now they're pushing into Russia, aka Soviet Union. But yeah, it looks like Blue Team are gonna win this, or are they? Because massive counteroffensive. I mean, they lose almost all of their land over here in Europe because they have to pull off this counteroffensive. They lose all of this land right here. They lose all of this. Egypt. No, goodbye Egypt. They're sacrificing so much land just for this counteroffensive. And what's that counteroffensive, you may ask? Let's call it the Asia counteroffensive. So yeah, massive, massive, massive amount of troops are pushing in to recapture all the land that was lost. And it so far just goes well. I mean, they captured not Tibet, not Xinjiang, it's Beijing. Yeah, I'm cool. So yeah, they capture all this, but they can't move into the Korean Peninsula that much because oh they do. Okay. But yeah, that went pretty well, but it's still you sacrificed all this land, including all of Egypt, just to get that land back. I mean, that's not a good trade at all, but yeah, there goes all that land, and they screwed up. The red team didn't know how to manage each other. They didn't know how to manage China and all the new members they were getting. They were just overwhelmed with members, and you can see that now because Russia and all their allies is just being demolished. I mean, Iran, when Iran is captured, Iran is captured. Like, Afghanistan, yeah. So yeah, it's over. China surrenders for a second time. Mongolia surrenders for a second time. And now it's just Russia versus the world once again. Wow, that's crazy. But as Russia gets closed in, Vladimir Putin, that's now really, really old. He's commits suicide, and he says in his final speech, "The country that we built together, the society that I built, was beautiful. Fallen Russian comrades sacrificed their life for this country, and now I will get my revenge sooner or later. So as they crash into Moscow, Russia surrenders. So yeah, for the second, they win this war. The democracies of the United States, Europe, all of these things have just won again. So yeah, guys, see you guys after the peace treaty. So yes, guys, this is the peace treaty. Now, you can see that not much land was taken. But yeah, over here, we can see that Egypt's empire collapsed, and yeah, that's cool. Like, Middle East is completely different now. Caucasus got released, entire of Eastern Europe got released. Estonia got released. Yeah, and these guys all got forced to get some democracies in them. Vietnam took Laos and Cambodia. And yeah, guys, that'll end it for this video of alternative future of the world. I hope you guys liked it. I personally liked it because, yeah, but what will the future go from here? Now that the Eastern peeps are gone, there is no threat. Or is there? So yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I will see you all next time. Guten Tag!